It's a venue and a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. Both teams sitting at 1-2 coming into this one. Somebody's going to get back to 500 here in week 4 as away we go. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Let's go. 79 Broncos. Let's go.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
We had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
Here's Jones. And an opening doesn't materialize. He's cut in the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Cup 19, Cup, trap 60, trap 60. Mustang 19. Ready?
Takes the handoff, now low. He lobs it deep middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Dragon 60. Ready?
Throwing his love on 3rd. He's trying another one deep. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
I like that, Kate. That's going to keep a defense honest. That proves that they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to hit.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20.
On the set.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. to throw. Here's McCarthy. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, aren't open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
McCarthy trying again on second down. He lofts it deep left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. Know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And the Packers will take over possession.
Alert! Panther Street! Panther Street! 19 Lion! Go! 60 Maverick! 6 Buffalo 18! Ready?
First down throw. Here's Love. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And now it's second down.
Ready up! Roll! 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 Set!
Jacobs running behind center. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Again, Daniel Whelan heading out for another punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And the Vikings are going to take over from deep in their own side. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set!
The pitch is to Jones. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! 18 Raptor! 18 Raptor! Warrior 70!
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Here's a loft deep down the middle. That's grabbed inside the 30. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Nicole Hardman now on the return. Returns looking good so far. And that'll put him up across the 30. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Shut up! Hey, hey, check that, check that. Go!
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Go, go! Let's go now. Viking 18! Hup!
They stick with Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Stephanie! Hut, hut!
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hurry, hurry!
Working quickly here.
70 Lions! Smash, smash!
These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They are looking at 4th down, however. The give inside to Akers. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1. Offense up to the line fast.
79 Broncos!
Play fake, it's Love. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Here we go, here we go! 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers! Cup 19, Cup 19! Ready?
3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. They'll come up 1st and 10. Love from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers start to fight back for their first points of this game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers tie this game 7-7. Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Ty Chandler to return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Go!
They give to Jones, right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Pass is caught by Addison. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Going on 3rd, McCarthy. And that's away for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ready, set.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half.
On the ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Here we go, set. Left wing 19. Dragon 60. Let go.
McCarthy to throw for it. That's cut beyond the marker. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. He's got him. That's Addison. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. The Packers take their 1st time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. 70 yards on the run. That sets up an easily attainable 3rd and 1.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. The Vikings pushing for a score before the break. Third down, 1 yard to go.
19, Tigers.
Straight ahead they go with Jones. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Let's go now.
All set up now for 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Check. Ready?
Staying on the ground with Jones. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get some late points and the lead. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Prater adds the PAT. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Prater on to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Traveler. Set the knee.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
60 Bison, 65, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 19 tight, 19 Panther 11, Panther, unlock Lion. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 14. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Ready?
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
19 Lion. Ready? 60 Maverick. Go.
Love gets everything he has under this throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Daniel Whelan on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. New series coming up following the punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. We'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they threw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Forced out to his right. Able to find Jones. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Prater on to send it away. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70 Rangers. Come 19. Go Chap, go Chap. Chap 60, Chap 60. Mustang 19. Get up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Reed's got it. Keeps on moving into the red zone. It goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. All right, so with the penalty, a chance to go for 2 from the 1, or they could elect to try a shorter kick. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Chandler now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, check that street. Check.
They kick the running back in motion. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Here's McCarthy to throw. Buys time, rolling right. To the right and holding by Jones. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Moore's got it. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. McCarthy operating from the pistol. Chased out to his right. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Whew. I think coverage got away with one right there, Kate. There was actually space, and if that throw came out 1 second earlier, it could have been 6.
Let's go.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Headed out right. Completed to his running back. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
Go.
First and 10, here's Jones. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near hit.
Let's go now.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
19 light.
He's back to throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert! Roll! Roll!
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
60 Mavericks. Come on, come on. Set. Buffalo 18. Hey, hey. 18. Pioneer. No, no. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Hut, hut.
From the 18 on 2nd down. On the move, headed right. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Set. 18 Raptor. Smash, smash. Warriors 70, 79 Broncos. Set go.
From the pistol, here's Love. Toward the sideline and cut by Reed. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Smash, Bronco! Check smash, check smash! 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger! Ready?
First down throw, here's Love. He's going deep! He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
They've got a man in motion. Love to throw again. Able to get it to Reed. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Lloyd on the shotgun handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Ready, ready! Liking 18! Come 19! Come 19! Chap 60! Chap 60! Ready!
2nd and 4. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way! At the 20. And Minnesota returns this to the end zone. Touchdown! The Vikings take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yeah.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. This, our last play of the quarter.
Here we go, set! Go, Reed, go! Check, Panther! Mustang 19! Dragon 60! Ready, ready?
Thrown on first down, Love. That's caught, Tucker Kraft. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
70 Lion! Let's go! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Cougar 19! Rig it! Go!
Handoff running right, Jacobs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Hey! Panther 11! Panther 11! Hunt!
Love looking to pass. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him.
On the double.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
19 Lions. Let's go.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. That's completed right side. Big man showing up the yards. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch. And it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. This throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
18 Cardinals.
Back to throw it. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof was a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one. It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Now Prater on to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Check. Here we go. Ready?
They'll try the right side with Akers. And he'll push forward for a small gain into the 31. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Street, go! 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18. Ready?
Here's Love. This is reeled in by Reed. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers got to score in a hurry. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Shot alert, go!
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat. 18 Rattler.
Back now, pressure on its way. Put the body on the line for his team. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down.
79 Broncos.
Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Here we go, set. '70 Ranger. Curve 19. Trap 60, set go.
Trying again, following the sack. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And this one doesn't go far. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, second. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Let's go. Mustang 19. Dragon 60. Ready.
Here he is to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On the ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Check Bobcat. Unlock Lion. Set up. 7 Pirates. Set up.
Throwing now. He finds him beyond the marker. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. They go for it on 4th down and get it in a big way, 25 yards there. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 19 tight. Panther 11. Ready.
Love out of the shotgun. Complete out to the right. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their 3rd and final one. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Ready. 19 Lion. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Buffalo 18. Ready. 18 Pioneer. Go.
Love from the gun. And all right, it's a touchdown in the final moments. So win still very unlikely, but a sliver of hope now after that play. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Big spot for the Packers here. They'll go for 2.
Bronco switch. Come on. Set.
Back to throw. He has it. And he will get into the end zone. That's going to cut the lead down to just 2.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2. But that risk pays off.
So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he'll knife his way through for a pick of the 4. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here with 3 seconds left in the game.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
It has the distance, and it's on target. It's good! And that grows the lead to 5. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And they take their first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say so long from Green Bay.